Hello, if there's anybody there. I'll just keep drinking my Dietary. I should have got something to stir it up with, actually. It's all settling at the bottom. There we go. Stirred it up. Hi, Isaac. Hi, Nathan. Happy Dietary, whatever it is. Hi, Denisha. Hi, Ella. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. How am I feeling today? Yesterday I was on top of the world. I felt absolutely fantastic. But whether I did a little bit too much, I don't know. But I got up this morning in a cold sweat and thought, and I just went upstairs to do something, and it was hello bathroom. So I've just got my Dietary, hoping that everything quietens down again and I don't have to make a quick exit left as I'm talking to you. Right, who have we got? Hello, Ian, Nathan, Denisha, Ginger, Ella, June, Teresa, Chrissy, and Sandra. No, it won't be. In fact, I'm sort of already in my dressing gown. It won't be a long video. Taking it easy. Yeah, I did a little bit too much yesterday, Ian, and so I've put photographs on our page. My son and my daughter-in-law came, deep cleaned all the kitchen and everything, well, it wasn't norovirus, and they said they didn't want it to, be lingering in my kitchen type of thing. I did have a little bit of dinner tonight, but I think that was a huge mistake. So the Happy Egg Company and I will still stay friends, I think, tomorrow. And I don't know how long it'll stay, that lovely Mia, because I'm a bit of a clutter bug. It's not that I'm dirty, I just clutter the surfaces with stuff. Yeah. My son and daughter-in-law said that they'd come either next week or the week after to make sure that everything was okay in the kitchen. I have been trying to tidy up a bit, but it got a little bit much. My lovely niece is going to come and help me remake the bed, because the bed had to be completely stripped and everything washed. I mean, duvets, everything had to be washed. And so she's going to help me remake everything on the bed. I said I didn't want it remaking until I was sure I wasn't going to go swimming in it again. Yeah. Tidy. But I am not a tidy person. Yeah. Oh dear. And I've been having camera issues, which anyway, the lovely Kelly sorted out my camera issues from afar. I think it was the USB lead. I'd got my leg fast in it the other day, and I think I'd stretched it out. The USB lead that goes from the camera to the PC. And so she reminded me, she said, well, you know the old camera that we both had? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, well, it's the same lead. Go and look for that. And I'm like, oh, because I'd already ordered 2 or 3 off the eBay, because it's so difficult to see the right end, in these little teeny pictures. So Kelly came to the rescue once again and told me that I already had it. Hi, Denise. Hi, Esther. Hi, Teresa. So I will now have a choice of 3 leads to add to my collection of leads that will or will not fit this camera. So, I was getting so frustrated when I made that video. It would not upload. It wouldn't. It was just plain silly. Yeah, so them. And, I was really getting me rag up because I hadn't got the best of patience that day. So, crochet, nothing. I mean, usually when I'm ill, I can manage to do a row or 2 of crochet, but no. The cardigan's still in the same state as it was last week. It still needs the bands doing, and it still needs the fancy bit doing around the bottom and the sleeve stitching in. So it's still in the same state. So, and maybe I'll get round to it. I'm not sure if Kelly will be on tonight, because I don't know whether you're aware she's a Muslim, and it could be Eid tonight. Apparently it's all to do with the position of the moon. Obviously I know zilch about this sort of stuff. So it's something to do with the position of the moon. And if the moon's in the right position, then it's Eid tonight. Yeah. If it's not, then it might be Eid tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, why is it break from creative thinking? I have been everywhere in my brain. I've had some weird and magnificent dreams. Yeah. My crochet is kind of there. It's just my imagination for my crocheting is still there, which is a good thing, I suppose. It's just my physical putting my hands on my crochet is not there at the minute. Yeah. I was hoping that today the tide would turn and I would feel absolutely wonderfully, marvellously tickety-boo. But unfortunately, my tick is not booing today. So I don't know. Oh, I have never been that ill in, oh, I can't tell you how long, Teresa. In fact, I can't even remember ever being that poorly. Oh, my Michelle. I think also, you know, I'm forgetting now that I was under par, if you remember, before this started. So I think when you're going into something under par, it sort of wipes the little feet from underneath you, doesn't it? And I'm forgetting I'm 74. I'm not a spring chicken. I do not bounce like I did when I was 30. So I've just got to look on the fact that it would probably take me a week longer. Did I track it down? No, it's never been officially, although the sheet thing that they gave me from the ambulance said norovirus. They were very, very reluctant to call it COVID. They kind of hesitated because they did not want to take me into hospital for the testing, because they kept talking to their supervisor. I mean, they were oh, absolutely. I can't fault the medics. They were wonderful. And they kept, you know, consulting with their supervisor, and his or her opinion was leave her at home, because just in case she doesn't have it, which it turns out I don't think I did, then she certainly will have it if you bring her in hospital. So I'm choosing to believe that I didn't have it. Yeah, I'm choosing to believe that I had norovirus. That's what I'm choosing to believe. I think I would have been a heck of a lot sicker if it would have been anything different. Yeah. So no, I'm not claiming I had that. No. I got norovirus, John. So it sort of took the little feet from underneath me. Yeah. Yeah, I was proper poorly, as my mum used to say. Oh, our John is proper poorly. So, Cooler, will you stop being silly? Stop being silly, or you'll have to go, yeah? Not in the mood. Yeah, I couldn't have faced Lynn going in a taxi. Couldn't have faced it. Couldn't have faced A&E. No. I just wanted somebody to come out and tell me what I got, and, you know, if I was going to live or not, basically. I have never called a taxi to this house, ever. Not even when my son was a baby or anything. Never, ever. I think I was allowed one hospital call, yeah. I think I was allowed one 999 call in my life. I mean, there's some people in there that dial 999 where they do have a paper cut on the finger. But no, that's the first time. I mean, I said to the paramedics, you are the first people I've ever called out. And he said, well, that's a good thing to know. High fiber floozy, hang on a minute, that's Jill. Yeah, hi, Jill. Oh, hi, Connie. Yeah, hi, Marsha. I'm still alive, Jill, thankfully. Not with the makeup on, as you can. It's Norovirus. It's a form of gastroenteritis, but it was, yeah, losing some weight, yeah, 16 pounds in 1 week, but it won't stay off, yeah. My son said, you'll have lost a lot of weight. I said, no. So anyway, today I got on the scale and it was like, phew, and I thought, oh, that was good, but it won't last because it's like false. It's I wasn't even on Facebook, Jill. I didn't even open Facebook. Today's the first time I've opened Facebook. Yeah. Hi there, Mr. Marsh. Yeah. Yeah, 16 pounds in a week, Ian. I don't think I've ever done that. Not even on Weight Watchers or anything. No, it wasn't the best way to do it, yeah. Not the best way. And it won't stay off because it's false, isn't it? It's false dieting. Well, it isn't dieting at all, is it? It's just weight loss because you're not eating. So, I mean, as soon as I start back eating again properly, it'll be back again. I'm hoping not all of it will come back again. I'm hoping to keep a bit of it off, you know what I mean? Because I am supposed to be losing weight, but not that drastically. I've put a photograph on the page I've just sent you an invite to, Chris. So you should have got an invite, yeah. Miguel, no, Miguel's not on yet, Mia. I've not seen him. Hi, Mia. I have put a note saying I was hoping to be on, but Miguel's been late lately, hasn't he? Because he's been doing his doggy laundry job, yeah. So he's been coming in a bit late, you know, most weeks. So I'm not sort of missing him yet, if you know what I mean. I mean, I've got lots of messages on my Facebook to answer, but hi, Crazy Poppy. I'm glad to see me, believe me. Wasn't exactly, you know, planning my demise, but I was glad I'd made me will. Oh, dear. The things that go through your head when you're laying in bed and you've got nothing else to do because you don't even feel like watching the TV, you don't even feel like YouTube. You know, I had a lovely book I was sort of half reading my way through, and I kept doing a few pages and things. You know, it's I just wasn't in the mood to do anything basically except just recline my recliner and doze and go to sleep. Yeah, yeah. At least it's kept me off off eBay. Kept me off there. Yeah. No, I hid it, Jean. I hid it. Put blankets over the top of it so he wouldn't see it. Yeah. I've only uncovered it on your sort of, woo, on your behalf. I've only uncovered it today. Yeah. I did get a little pram delivered while I was ill, and 2 carpets that I must have ordered. But I appear to have lost my iron, so the lady of the household will no longer be able to iron. Yeah. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? Got to make it some bedding, of course. The poor little baby can't lie in a naked pram. Yeah, it's got little wheels and it moves about. And these are really, really, really thin. But they're woven. I don't know how they've managed to do it. They're woven. But they do look like proper sort of Persian rugs. They've even got the fringing, if you can see them. So I ordered those before I went away with the fairies. Oh dear. And some disappointing headbands arrived. They look lovely. on eBay. This is why I should stay away from eBay. They look lovely. They were like nice and fluffy headband things. And when they arrived, they were like sad little flat things. No, I was never good with plasticine, Tina, you know. Oh, that'd be nice, Jean, yeah. I love dolls' houses. I love the Edwardian ones, you know, the ones that cost about £2,000. Beautiful, great 6-story things with, you know, the maids and the butlers and everything. Oh, I just love that. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's sweet. I saw some little clothes on eBay made with little teeny weeny, and I thought, my dollies are so small, I don't think I would want to be faffing about dressing them, you know. They've got clothes on, you know, mostly got clothes on. But I don't think I want to be faffing about making them a jumper, you know. I'm quite happy to leave them be. I just want to concentrate maybe on making teeny weeny little mats, you know. What kind of dolls do I have? Well, I've got 2 lots because I got 1 lot, and then because I'd ordered a lot of furniture from one lady, she actually sent me 2 more people, yeah, and they're quite cute. Whoops, those were my first people. My teenager, I'm afraid, are being very lazy because they're lying in bed. They're lying in their bunks, my teenagers. This was the first set I bought. They're on the little deck chairs. Those are the ones I bought. They've got, I think they're the ones who's got the babies, yeah. They're the ones. And then because I bought so many things from this, it's a wonderful place called Tumdee something or other. And they make the most fantastic dollies furniture stuff. It's not cheap. But this is my second set that she sent me with the sets of things that I didn't order these. And these are the ones I think that, you know, they're a little bit big for my doll's house, but they're nice, yeah. But they're on stands as well, so they're standing. They'll come off the stands. But what did my son say about my doll's house? Nothing, because I hid it. I threw shells over the top of it. I mean, they've got bendy legs and everything like that, so they can sit down. And the teenagers are in their bunk beds, so they're being lazy today. Typical teenagers, aren't they? Oh dear me. But one thing arrived, and oh gosh, where's it gone now? I haven't unpacked it because I was poorly. I absolutely love this doll's. I'd bid on one that she'd got, and it didn't have all of this in it. And I won it. And then when she come to look at it, it was broken. So she asked me, would I like this for the same price, which is absolutely perfect. And it's got far more in it than what the set I. Cooler, will you just get lost, please? Anyway, and also, I mean, the detail on these things. Look at the detail. Every little drawer opens and every little door opens. I don't know who's got the patience to make these things. The craftsmanship is wonderful. I mean, for what I paid for it, I wouldn't have made it for that price, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know whether they originally come from China or where the heck they come from, but if you move it like that, all the little drawers open. Yeah. Oh, gosh. I can't wait to get it properly. And, you know, I just wanted to make some like, I've got, well, imitation china. to put on the shelves here, like cups and plates and stuff like that. But I wanted to make like a little tiny doilies or something, you know, to go on there when I put it in. But I haven't been in the mood, to be quite honest, to be messing with it. I'm messing with the bed and everything. I need to make some bedding for the bed, and you know, I haven't even opened them, so you can tell I'm not not well. Yeah, but I've been amazed at the craftsmanship on these things. Yeah, I mean, when you look at the workmanship on the little cots, you know, I've got a little white cot and a little brown cot. You know, the workmanship on these little cots. You know, you'd put your own baby in one of them, wouldn't you? It's nicer than my cot I had for my baby. Oh dear. Anyway, enough about my children or whatever. Why have I left him on a deck chair? And she's gone to lie down. He's obviously not bothering. Hi, Enid. The doll's house I had, my dad made me. It wasn't like this. It just had 4 rooms. Didn't have stairs. Didn't have anything like that. Didn't even have a bathroom, you know. But I loved it because I was just young, you know. I used to pretend that my little people went up the side of the house on a ladder, and yeah. How am I feeling? Still a bit iffy, Jenny. Still a bit iffy. I have my rally moments, and then I go, you know. If you'd have asked me yesterday, I was absolutely on top of the world. I thought, yeah. Yeah, my doll's house here is the furniture in it is far, far nicer than mine. That bedroom is far nicer than my bedroom, I'll tell you. My bedroom is very tatty. I can't even say it's boho because it's that white, you know, fitted wardrobe stuff that, you know, really sort of reeks of the 70s, yeah. So, you know, I can't even say, oh, it's boho, it's old-fashioned. Yeah, I can't even say that. I mean, the bed dates back to the 60s, my bed. It's had mattresses. It's had new mattresses, but it's never had a new bed. I've never had the money, to be quite frank. I'm wearing my lucky bracelet, supposedly, bringing me luck. So let's hope it brings me some luck on the lottery tonight. So we'll see. We'll see. Then I could have a nice new bed. Because my bed has took some beating, I tell you, this week, and it's not for any other reason. I sort of took everything off it, and I was like, what? What's that? Look, as though I'd poured water all over it, and it had sort of gone into a huge brown stain. And I thought, I haven't wet the bed. I thought, I haven't done anything. So I just presume. Yeah, just presume. You've been drinking ginger tea? I had one. I don't know, you can drink it. I tried it with honey. It's bleh. So ginger tea, they have put it in my cupboard, but it's going to be coming out of my cupboard and into the bin. Because there is no way I'm having any more of that. It was 3 ginger tea or something. No, I'll stick with my Dietary. Mine, it's not tea. What I have ordered is I've ordered a new, you know, water container thing. It keeps your water cool. Because I am a beggar even on a good time when I'm not ill, not drinking enough water. So I've ordered some of those Twinings infusions. It's not tea. It's just so these packety things, whatever they are. So I'm going to try them all. I never think, Eason, to buy fresh ginger. Never. Well, I do when I'm doing Chinese, but yeah. Yeah, it's a rehydration drink. It's one of those drinks you have when you've got the galloping, yeah, you knows. It wasn't tea. It's kind of one of those Twinings infusions, and it was 3 gingers or something, and it was I tried putting honey in it. I tried doing other things with it, but it was, bleh, and it's going in the bin. There will not be another bag drunk in this house. I tried to give it my son and he didn't want it. It wasn't tea. It doesn't say tea on the outside of it. No, it doesn't say tea. It just says three gingers. Yeah. Yeah. But my niece is doing my shopping and I couldn't say, bring me a selection of different things of infusions. I didn't really want teas, you know what I mean. But I thought, no, I'm sick of filling my bin up with stuff. I mean, I gutted the freezer, gutted it altogether. Took everything out of it, whether it was in day, out of day, everything is just gone. I just filled the bin with everything out of the freezer, except what was just about, there. And I've got a food order coming on Monday, the cooked food stuff. But I've decided to order mini meals instead of the meals this time. And I've ordered all the blander stuff, more like, not quite all vegetarian, but I cannot drink tea. I can't tell a lie, Enid, I can't drink tea. I used to drink tea. I was brought up with tea, good old Lancashire lass. Drank tea until I became pregnant with my son, and then it was like drinking poison. And it's tasted that way ever since. I can't let it into my mouth. I just want to spit it. If somebody accidentally gives me a cup of tea instead of, the coffee I asked for, no. I have tried ever since. I've tried the lemon teas, I've tried the mint teas, I've tried the green teas, but no. I don't know what it is. My taste buds just changed forever. That red top. It's better than having a white one, I suppose, isn't it? No, when I had my son, she said, I bet you're longing for a cup of tea. And I went, no, actually, I'm not, no. So she says, I'll try one, just because you went off it when you're pregnant. You go off a lot of things when you're pregnant. I'll bring you a cup of tea and see how you go. I didn't even get it in my mouth. I just got it near my nose and said, I'm going to be sick. And now if I have to make somebody a cup of tea, I'm like making it because I can't even stand when the waves of it come towards me. Yeah. Oh, Sue's very well, by the way. She's phoned me twice this week to see how I am. So she's been very, And I've spoke to the lovely Trevor. He rang me to see if I was okay. Been feeling very special this week. Yeah. I didn't ask him if he was coming on because I didn't even know if I was coming on. So I don't know whether we'll see Trevor or not. But we'll see. You're the same with green beans. I'm the same with curry. Oh. When my son and daughter-in-law were temporarily living with me, they loved curry. And it lingers, doesn't it? You know what I mean? It stinks in the house for a day or two after. Can't cope with it. When the house next door was up for sale, this, they're probably a very lovely Pakistani couple came looking at it, and I'm thinking, oh, please, no. It's not that I'm being racist. I'm just thinking curry coming through my wall. No, can't stand it. Nothing to do with the people. I just don't like the way they make curry. But, yeah. Yeah, Kelly's having a very, very quiet Eid when I asked her what she was going to be doing. Normally she would have gone to her friends, or the 2 or 3 friends would have joined together. Made a little bit of a party of it. Buy something special, I think, to eat, and they have little, because it's like their Christmas, really. They've got some new clothes and they've got some new, I think it's technological games. You know what little boys are like. They want video games, or they want new whatever's bits and pieces, yeah. because they don't celebrate Christmas, so this is like their Christmas, yeah. Oh, fermented fish, no, thank you. No, thank you. I love cauliflower, but doesn't it stay in the house forever? The smell of it, it goes up your stairs, it goes everywhere. Oh, that's what puts me off cooking it. I mean, even fish is kind of like lingers, doesn't it, when you're cooking fish? But I've never cooked fermented fish. I don't think I'd like that. I don't like kippers or smoked fish or anything like that. No, plain lovely white fish is my thing, yeah. Oh, gosh. I know there's those roll mop herrings and stuff like that, that the Danes or the Swedes or whatever, those roll mop herrings that they buy on the street corner, like you buy a hot dog or something, they go and buy these roll mop herrings and they're eating them like on the way to work. Oh no, Ian, you'd have to take it home again. Oh, chicken tikka, no. It isn't the heat, it's one of the spices that they put in curry that I don't like. Yeah. And I keep trying to explain this to people. And I have a friend who's Indian, he's like a Sikh. And he kept saying, oh, if I mean, his mother's passed now, but he's been a friend of my son's for years and years and years. And he used to say, but you need to taste my mum's curry. My mum's curry doesn't taste anything like the curries that you get in the shop. Yeah. But, yeah. Yeah, apparently the Indian way of cooking is nothing like the Indian food that you buy from the takeaways. I've had that explained to me a couple of times, that saying when they cook in their home, it's nothing like. Oh, right. If anybody follows you on, yeah, I do follow you on Instagram. Oh, you've been cloned, have you? I didn't get one. Well, I don't think I got one. I've not been on. I have eaten at Indian weddings. I have eaten samosas. And West Indian samosas are lovely. Yeah, but proper Indian catering is nothing, absolutely nothing like a curry house. Nothing at all. Yeah. Oh, I was feeling so ill in the middle of the week, but I did manage to stagger out onto the decking with a drink. And only next door's only fired up chicken on the barbecue. And half of me was like, oh, that's lovely, I'd like some. But the other half was like, oh dear. Yeah, I bet they've never heard of an onion bhaji. I don't think Indians have heard of an onion bhaji. I mean, when my mates, well, it started off being my son's mate, but you know, when they drift apart, and I still stayed friendly with him, if you know what I mean. So he's kind of been a friend of ours, if you know what I mean, for years and years and years. You know, and he kept saying, oh, I wish you could taste, I wish you could taste. But I mean, his mum's passed away now, so too late now, isn't it? Wish I could bring you some samosas. I wish I could bring you this. I wish I could bring you that. So, yeah, it might be garam masala that I don't like. I don't know. Yeah, but I do love. I like West Indian, not curry, but you know, jerk chicken, and I absolutely like rice and peas the way the West Indians make it. Oh, I could make a meal out of that. I don't need the meat. Don't need the jerk chicken. It's kind of like stodgy, but and of course it's not peas. It's beans. It's black beans. Apple sauce, a boiled egg on a dry piece of toast. Yeah. What, banana? Not banana, no. Banana. We used to have the banana splits on the television. I don't know if you had them in the US. Oh, I got told off in one of my comments. Why do you only ever mention the US or the UK when you're talking about things? There are other places in the world. And I'm like, yeah, but I wouldn't recommend thicknesses of yarn in other places of the world when I don't know what they are. I don't know what the thickness of yarn is in France or Australia. So why would I say? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I think there's only two methods of crochet. One is the English technology and one is the American technology. And I think no matter where you live in the world, you either are one or the other, yeah? As far as I'm aware, but I don't want to preach because I don't really know it. You know, so she told me off, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, am I supposed to go through saying, I think it was one of those where I was looking through one of the magazines and I was saying, it's in 4-ply, but I think this is fingering in America. I'm not dead sure because, you know, it's fine and stuff. And she's kind of like, you know, why do you not say? And I don't know things. Why are you losing your temper over something or other? What kept flying in your face? Oh, a moth. Right, okay. But I try not to just say UK because I know that that's why I say, if I say 4-ply, somebody in the US has a completely different idea of what 4-ply is, yeah? So if I say 4-ply, UK 4-ply, I say it's fine. It's more like your fingering, yeah? I can't, you know, do that. Oh, I got a message as well just before I was ill saying, I can have up to 100 people on a Zoom meeting. And I said, oh, gosh, I couldn't cope with that. Can you imagine the chaos that would ensue? I mean, I've got 65 people on here at the moment. Can you imagine the chaos? If 65 people were all trying to talk to me at once. I'd be like, right, I'm going home. You talk amongst yourselves, I'm going home. I couldn't cope. Couldn't cope with it. Refresh me, a refresh if you can't see any comments. Yeah, when you look at the statistics of who watches you where, it is mostly the US or the UK that I'm watched in. There's small areas like, you know, you get percentages like in, you know, Italy, France, Germany, they lump them all. You know, but, oh, chenille yarn, I'm not fond. I've got 2 big balls of chenille I got in a sale from Lolly's little yarn shop. I don't know whether chenille is as bad. I had to stop selling it way back in the 80s because the chenille that they were selling then, it was like pulling out. And people were knitting jumpers and finishing up with like the canvas, you know, all the furry bits had come off of it. So I stopped selling it. I wouldn't sell it anymore. And they brought it out and they said that it was solved the problem. I thought, no. No crocheting today, Ella, no crocheting. But oh, My Crochet Wardrobe. It's one of the good books, that, I think. Yeah. I couldn't crochet with that big stuff that everybody's going potty over. You know, that big furry stuff. You know, that everybody's making black. It must be cost a flipping fortune. You know, it's about the size of my lipstick, isn't it? You know, it's like that wide, yeah. And it's furry. I don't know how. You know how anybody. It must. 2 rows, and you must need another ball. It can't go very far, yeah. Oh, hi, Anna. Feeling a wee bit better. I'm still a bit fragile. but I'm feeling a bit better. Yeah, but all of a sudden everybody jumps on it, don't you? You get one person who makes a blanket in this blankety type of yarn. Can I not tell? You saw, oh yeah, the makers have closed down. Yeah. It's going to cost a fortune, honestly, that one, Enid. It really is. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Anna. I mean, I wouldn't want to pay that kind of money to make a blanket. Then how the heck do you wash it? How do you wash it? All right, Jill, you're still lurking. You remind me of a conversation I had with a friend of mine this afternoon. We were talking about lurchers. You know, the dogs, lurchers, like greyhounds, yeah. Yeah. Oh, £20 a ball? Oh, my God, I'd want it to be twice round an Angora for that. Oh, no. I've only ever paid £20 a ball for, like, really hand-spun, hand-dyed, whatever. I can't imagine anybody at £20 a ball, and you must be eating about 10 balls to make a blanket. Yeah? Oh, it has to be hand-dyed and have something wonderful into it before me. I pay £20 for anything, yeah. Oh, hi, Mia. Have I missed you before? No, I don't think I said hello before. But it's acrylic, isn't it, that fluffy blankety stuff? You know. Oh, you'd choke at the prices of our plastic yarn over here, I tell you. Yeah, he does my dishes for me, yeah. Yeah. I've still got my 3, what I call bougie skeins of yarn, yeah. I'm saving them for I'm not quite sure what. I mean, to be quite honest, they're so nice and so pretty that I really would like to knit them. But I can't knit a shawl because I can't use circular needles, so I don't know how the heck I'd ever do that unless I found one that was going round like that, you know, side to side way or something. Oh my goodness, that's out of my price range, Ian. £12. Yeah. Oh my God, £12. You probably wouldn't even get a placemat for that. Ooh, no thanks. Yeah, you probably, yeah. Yeah. I've not even been tempted to look at any yarn. Not even been tempted. I've had all these. I have looked at my emails. I tell a lie when I said I haven't been on. I haven't been on Facebook, but I've checked my emails obviously because I had about 675. Yeah, and all these emails, you know, from all the usual hobby eye, the Hobium and stuff, and even Kemp's had a sale, so I didn't bother even with that. No, I couldn't be bothered looking at it. And Yarn, I haven't actually even looked at what they've got on offer. Because while they're charging the excess, is it customs duty or whatever, import duty, it's just too expensive for me. I mean, to be quite honest, I lost my Crojo, as you know. I've done all those 3 jackets, I finished all them, and then when I finished them, I'm like, what next? Yeah. Yeah, they had some, I don't know, it was Aaron Tweed, didn't they, on Kemp's, I think. Oh, you're doing resin art now? I don't like my fingers going all sort of tacky and stuff. That's why I can't work with that polymer clay. Oh, that sounds a better idea, Tina, yeah. James C. Brett has got some gorgeous yarns, lovely yarns. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't like I mean, I don't know what there is about resin. It's not that I don't like it, Anna. I do like it. I'm just saying I don't like working with it. I think we did it once at school, but oh. The last time I got any old yarn, I did one of those shrug things. But this particular one, it's... Yeah, have I still got my jacket? I made a lot of those long jackets with some with a big collar and some with a hood in marble chunky, but I'm sure I've sold them all. Yeah. It's lovely to work with the James C. Brett, the marble chunky. Even the marble knit's nice. Marble double knit, sorry. You've got a video on your latest yarn haul. Right, I haven't looked at anything. I'm not telling a lie, Crazy Poppy. Not even my uttermost go-to favourite people. I haven't been watching. So you could tell I've been ill. You know, the kind of people who are doing a day-to-day one, and it's usually about 8-12 minutes long, and I won't miss them for the world, a couple of people. But sadly, they have been missing. Oh, have they? Yeah. I think I've got 2 to sell of those, yeah. But while all this stuff is going on and I can't get to the post office, there's absolutely no way. Because if I got the sale, I wouldn't want to put my life at risk by going up to the post office, even with a mask and gloves on. Because the line's like been massively long. And, you know, I mean, I didn't have it this time, but there's no saying just because I've had norovirus. There's no saying that if I go out, I wouldn't get it again. So it's all right. We all do cheeky plugs. When I get my site up and running again, I will be doing absolutely a lot of plugging because I want it to revive again. But don't worry, you're safe for a while. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mia. Nice to see you. You know, I was even thinking of making another YouTube channel, you know, one where I do my sort of canvassing and selling and everything. So then that makes the distinction between me just chit-chatting to people or doing the harder sell, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know what you think about that. Rather than have the one channel and bombard people who just come to watch me chat about a magazine. Me going, well, this is what I've made, and this is what I made, and if you want it, you know. So I've been toying with all sorts of things. When you're laying in bed for a week, you've got nothing to do. You do have a lot of thoughts in between sleeping. Yeah. So that's been buzzing around in my head to make another YouTube channel. Lots of people have got 2, haven't they? You know, make it like the Urban Gypsy Shop channel. And do things like that, yeah. But nothing will be happening in my life sales-wise until after this blooming lockdown, yeah. Yeah, there's all sorts of things kind of been running through my head, but they're all on hold. There's no point in getting overexcitable, is there, and deciding, right, I'm going to do this and right, I'm going to do that. Yeah. Oh, my green, it's actually, if I can stand up without falling over, it's actually like a caftan style dressing gown. I love it because it's got the embroidery on it. It's not my daily dressing gown. Yeah. Oh, a dollhouse channel. No, I don't want people to be asking me to make things for a dollhouse. No, I'll make my own. So I'm not making doilies for a dollhouse. I'll be going, ah! I can't grip the tiny hooks anyway. I'll do it for myself, if you know what I'm saying. I'll pad up the hook and, you know, try and make the handle so I can touch it, yeah. But I've got to make like bedding and stuff like that, but it'll only be for me. Only be for me. There are things on, yeah, it's actually, it's not really a caftan because it's got a zip, but the zip only goes part way down. It's not zipped all the way. But is that how Billy sells her bags on her YouTube? What, on her ordinary YouTube, or does she do it on a separate one? Oh, you're going, Anna, right? Okie dokie. Depends, Anna. I'm not staying on very long tonight, so I may not be here when you come back here. I can't do an all long nighter again tonight. I just can't. So anybody who's waiting for me to eat crisp chocolate is going to have to wait a long time tonight, because yeah, but it's kind of too nice. I only put it on, like, you know, look how it glitters, isn't it lovely? It's one of my eBay specials, but it isn't. It was new on eBay, if you know what I mean. A house call I call is like a kind of dressing gown or whatever. Oh, hi, Carla. Shad's not on. I was going to show him, and I even put a special necklace on for Shad. It's one that, oh, it's turned around the wrong way. Right, hang on, let me turn it around. Why is it turned the wrong way? I'm sure I put it on, and then I changed it round because it was hanging the wrong way. And now it's hanging the wrong way again. I put it on especially for Shad. I think this is one that Ephraim sent me, actually. I think. I might not get it wrong. Might have got it wrong, but that's one that Ephraim sent me. Yeah. I am feeling a bit better, but I'm still a bit fragile, Carla. I wouldn't say I'm there. Yeah. It'll be back to the Happy Egg Company tomorrow, I think, yeah. On a regular YouTube channel. How do you think my subscribers would feel about that? I've always been very hesitant about doing like a hard sell on that YouTube channel. I don't want to start losing subscribers, if you know what I mean. You know, people think, she's only trying to flog her stuff. She's not like her normal self. So I don't know. I really haven't. I've just lots. If you know where I've been in my head this last week, you'd swear I've been on LSD. I tell you honestly. My brain's been in other parts and places, yeah. Hey, dear. I've never taken an illicit drug in my life. So I don't know that's how LSD feels, but that's how I would imagine LSD feels. I had to smile when I looked at the channel to look at the comments. I mean, there's loads of comments that I haven't had to answer. But there was 2 thumbs down, and I'm thinking, are you waiting for me to die? What? You actually want to thumbs down? Yeah. Me saying I've been so ill. And they're going, thumb down. We like it because she's been ill. Thumb down. I said, I wonder how many, you know, somebody came on and said I'd passed away. I said, I wonder how many thumbs down I get for that one. She's gone. It's a source of amusement to me. I don't think that, if you think they're worrying me, it's a great source of amusement, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Sandra. I don't want to alienate, like say, the people that I've had for years, yeah. Oh, thank you, Ethan. You do a thumbs up for me. Good show. Yeah. Oh, I had plenty of thumbs up. It's just tickles me. Yeah. I mean, I told you one time, it had just uploaded. It wasn't 2 seconds after it had uploaded. Thumb down. And I'm thinking, oh, come on. You know, at least watch the damn thing, you know? So it's obviously some stupid people who are just wait for me to put a video up and thumbs down before they even watch it. But little do they know it counts as a view. So thank you very much. You're pushing up my views. If you want to thumbs me down 24 times, it still pushes up my views. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think Kelly will be on now tonight. The moon must be in the right spot. It must be Eid, yeah. Not that she's probably in bed by now. Not that she's having a super duper Eid. I think she's cooked something nice for Eid. Oh, basil. As in basil brush. Boom, boom. Yeah. It's like oregano. No, it's oregano over there, isn't it? It's oregano in England. If you say oregano over here, they'll be going, oregano what? Or if you say basil, they'll be going, what? Good idea, Bonnie, yeah. I could just say, right, the next part of the video is, you don't want to watch, you can switch off now. It might be a good idea, like sort of section the video into places. And I mean, some people do that, just say, right, if you want, my life part will be at the end if you want to stay and watch it, don't they? They say, if you want the crocheting bit, just watch the beginning. Some people even put like notes at the bottom saying what time where on the video this such a thing starts. Yeah. Oh, Miguel, he's had to go to the ER again this week. What wool is that? Not forgotten, actually. It was some that Kimberly sent me. Kimberly that does the auctions. She sent me the yarn, so I just made myself a bolero, yeah, or a bolero. It's another word, isn't it? You don't know what to say. I don't know whether he's run out of iced coffee. He might have had to. He might have had to go out and get something. No, he'd been suffering with a migraine. I think he said something about for so many days. So it was the day that I was ill. He had to go. I don't know whether he's been since, but the day that I had the ambulance, he had to go to the ER, I think. But as I say, I've not been on Facebook, so I'm not up to date. Yeah, not up to date. Yeah, poor Miguel. Come on, Miguel, we're missing you saying, I'm confused. What have I missed? I'm confused. I wish he'd make a video. He's one of those people you think, I wonder what it looks like. It's like, I wonder what Shad looks like. I wonder what, I mean, I know what Nathan looks like, what Ian looks like. I know what Connie and Enid and everybody. Don't know what you look like, Chris. Teeny weeny little photograph would need a magnifying glass. So I have no idea what you look like. Not that it really matters. It's not, I just like to put faces into names, if you know what I mean. It's not that I want to look at them or whatever. Yeah, you'll have to do something, Chris. Yeah. I just like, it's like when we had this WhatsApp group on my street and people put the photographs of them and their dog or them and their kids and that. So that's who it is who walks up and down and that's where they live. And I mean, for me being like sedentary, housebound, watching people walk by, it's kind of like a mystery to me every day going, who's that? Who's that? Where do they live? I wonder. And you're trying to not be too nosy, but watch where they stop on the street. But then they go around the corner and I can't see where they stop. So it's been lovely. Some of them putting the photos up, and I'm like, aha! Now I know who that is. Yeah. Can somebody tell Teresa quietly what the Facebook group is? Yeah. I don't like putting it on here, Teresa, because there's too many trolls that arrive, yeah? Not that I'm not wanting you to know what it is, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, but I'm not putting that link because that's a private one for our little group, if you know what I mean. I don't want every Tom, Dick and Harriet joining it because it's meant to be us personal, saying what we think, saying what we feel, putting our photographs on. If you want to put a photograph of like Miguel and his hen, I don't want people to come on there and criticize. It's got to be, as I said, it's not mine. It's hours, and you can put on what the heck you want, you know, as long as it's not rude, obviously. But some sites, you know, they're really nasty, saying it's a crocheting site, it's not a dog channel or not a cat channel, you know. We don't want to see your rabbit. And I'm like, oh, for goodness sake, live and let live. So I said, oh, I don't care what goes on there, as long as it's polite and it's whatever. What's on my hook at the moment? The cardigan that I never finished from last week. I might get round to it when I get me Rojo back. So at the moment, nothing. Nothing new anyway. Nothing new. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, oh, we've had... Hello. Who woke you up, Miguel? Miguel's been having us again. Yeah, that's why I don't want just anybody joining. It sounds as though I'm being very snobby. I'm not. We're all friends on here. We say what we think. There's no politics, there's no religion, there's no racism, there's no anything, because I don't want that on the channel. And, you know, I like people to feel comfortable to come in and just be able to speak freely, you know, without somebody making an issue out of something, you know. I've seen it on other channels where there's always somebody going pick, 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 like a bloody hen, pick, 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 peck ahead, peck ahead. And I'm like, oh no, I can't be coping with that. You know, nice friendly channel, no head pecking, you know. No, I'm not telling a troll off. I'm saying why we keep it as we do, this channel, why we keep it nice and friendly and everything. And I'm explaining that, you know, we don't like every Tom, Dick and Harriet coming on, because we like to keep it friendly. And, you know, we don't want any head pecking going on, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why some channels, I don't know whether it's the type of people that they attract that go in like spoiling for a fight, you know. That's the way I view it. I've been on one or two when they've done that. And you can tell when they come in with their attitude, you think, uh-oh, this one's trouble, you know. And they get a bit mealy-mouthed and, you know, then it develops into a bit of a row, you know, and I'm like, no, there's no point. Why do you do it? Are you so sad at home that you have to come and pick a fight with somebody else, you know? Go pick a fight somewhere else, yeah. Because you ain't picking a fight on here, because all our little spanners will be going, boop, no, you're not staying, boop, no, you're not staying. Yeah. Yeah, we're very safety conscious on here, aren't we, Miguel? Very safety conscious. I mean, we don't have kids on here. It's not meant to be for kids, but I'd like to think if anybody was listening, that they wouldn't be offended by anything that goes on here. You know, if somebody's watching us and their child's in the room, you know, that there's not anything being said or done that you wouldn't want your child to listen to. You know, I don't want that kind of channel, no way. It gets a bit cheeky sometimes, but never gets really X-rated, yeah. Miguel, you're getting as bad as me. I've been napping all week. In fact, I've been napping, I've not been awake, yeah. I'm feeling really hungry again, and yet I'm scared of eating anything. Because my stomach's only just settled down after my Dietary. Why do you feel hungry when you know you shouldn't eat it? Yeah. I'm not sure. It's been nice and sunny today. Yeah, you have to be a bit cheeky, don't you, now and again, Jane? I don't know what the temperature's been, Ray, but it's been quite nice and sunny. But yesterday, it nearly blew the tiles off the roof. Yeah. Miguel would have loved me because I had my headscarf on tied in a bow because I was doing some sorting out and cleaning. I nearly lost it. It nearly went down the street. Nearly lost my rosy wrap. My purple rosy wrap to match my outfit was nearly down the street. I only went out to take some paper and it was like, ooh. Yeah. I mean, my niece turned up in the middle of the week with some mashed potato. Apparently I'd asked her for some mashed potato, yeah. And, yeah. Well, if it threw you back out, go back on the table and throw it back in again, eh? I know what that means. If I ever go on a bus or anything. Yeah. No, I didn't wear the rosy wrap. I had a headscarf fastened around my head. Only just to stop the dust getting in my hair while I was doing things. It wasn't the rosy wrap, no, it wasn't that one. It was just a flimsy scarf. But I've decided they're not for me because they won't stay on my head. My hair's very fine and it's very slippy. So no matter where it goes, it starts to slide and fall off, yeah. No, it's not Kelly Kelly. This is a different Kelly Kelly. It's Crochet Me Pink Kelly. The other Kelly will be because it's Eid, yeah. So she should. It should be Eid tonight. I don't know for sure. So I doubt she'll be on today. Doubt it. Well, she won't be now. It's 10:20. She'll be in bed. Yeah. You need a power nap. I need more than a power nap, Kelly. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Yes. If everybody's been saying prayers for me, they have been working, yeah. Yeah, it's something to do with the position of the moon. We were discussing this earlier on, Miguel, when you were sleeping. It should have been yesterday, but the moon wasn't in the right place. So Kelly was hoping it would be tonight. Because for the children, it's like kind of their Christmas and they have little presents and clothes and things to look forward to. So the kids were getting excited, saying, there's the moon, there's the moon. I said, send them outside, tell them to look for the moon. She said, it's daylight. I said, oh, just still. Get rid of them for half an hour. Tell her to look for the moon. It might be coming soon. And because they got some little gifts and that was coming, yeah. Well, they've already arrived. It's just that Kelly's wrapped them up and shifted them. So they were looking forward to, getting those. Yeah, Ramadan is finished. Hopefully today. It's Eid, which is the festival that they have after the fast. Yeah, it's kind of like how we would have a festival like Christmas or something big. It's their big. Eid is one of they have 2 Eids a year, I think. It's their big festivals, yeah. So the kids are really looking forward to it because they probably have sweets and stuff like that they don't normally have. Because Kelly's quite, she rations. She doesn't let them have bucketfuls of sweets and stuff like that. Oh, thank you, Ruth. Yeah. I didn't know whether I was going to make it. About 10 minutes before I came on here, I was like, whoop, to the bathroom, yeah. Oh, good night, Lynn. Yeah. I mean, I do sort of understand it, but I don't go into it because it's not my religion. So I just like to have like a little bit of a working knowledge, let's just say, so you don't put your foot in it when you're talking to anybody. But I don't really. Enid, what's wrong with you now? Where am I getting all these exclamation marks? Cottontail rabbits invasions. Well, you have to get better fencing. Huh? Right, Deborah. See you later. She's had a rabbit invasion in her backyard. Well, rabbit poop's better than them eating all the lettuce. Yeah, I know they dig. We've got squirrels. I get holes all over my lawn with squirrels digging and burying nuts, yeah. I thought I got attack of moles at first. I thought, what have I got? All these little round holes. Oh yeah, they celebrate birthdays, Teresa. It's just they don't celebrate the ones like Christmas and stuff that we do. Yeah. I haven't watched Bag of Days. I normally watch Bag of Days, you know, what's it called? Everyday channel. I normally watch that. I've been so poorly, I've not even watched the ones I never miss, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Rabbit stew might taste nice, but there's too many bones. It's worse than chicken, isn't it? By the time you've dissected all the bones off it, there's hardly any meat. We used to always have rabbit when we were younger, but then that myxomatosis things came along. You were probably all too young to remember that. I was only a child when everything got myxomatosis and stuff. Yeah, the bod squad, that's why I used to watch. So nobody ate rabbits. We were all scared. People were shooting them all left, right, and centre because of this disease that was spreading. It was spreading to the, you know, the foxes and everything. Yeah. Yeah, my squirrels are a bit forgetful, yeah. Nothing's been... Man, I don't think she'll like that, will you? She got them trees and plants and stuff. My little flowers are doing really well in their little... They went out to inspect them because I was managing to water on the days that I was touching. I couldn't manage the watering can. I had a tiny little jug to give them a little bit of water. I thought, oh, they'll kill me if they die. Anyway, it rained. It's rained on 2 nights, so I didn't need to have to water them. But they're leaning a bit, so Arian was quite upset with himself for not putting them on sort of better so that they won't fall, you know. If they get full of water, they're leaning. He's frightened they might pull the railing, so... And I heard him sort of slightly discussing it when I came in to get something, but I thought, I'm not standing there listening. I wasn't being that nosy. Yeah. You have to entice a few golden eagles. But then you'd be saying, oh, I'm sick of them golden eagles. They keep pooping everywhere. I am allowed to drink this, by the way. It's only because I'm ill. Yeah. I know I drank it before, but this is the one time in my life that I am allowed to drink it. Keep my sugars and whatnots up here. I haven't been able to take my diabetes medication because it would have put me into a low sugar situation. So... Oh, it is Eid now. Has the moon been sighted? Yeah. I know everybody was waiting yesterday with bated breath and it wasn't. Yeah. I've only ever seen a golden eagle, obviously, on videos and TV and films and stuff. Yeah. It's the end of the fasting now. They'll be all partying, they're having the sweeties and the sugars and everything they shouldn't be having. Yeah. I don't know what Kelly's made. She'll have made something to eat. For the kids, it'll be the one time she allows them to have lots of sweets and stuff. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm so hungry. Oh, stop it, stomach. You are not hungry. Think of something else. This is what I'm like. I get so mad hungry. And then it just goes. And sometimes I'm so mad hungry and I'm thinking, what can I have? What can I have? What can I eat? And I'm in the kitchen looking around for dry crackers or something that I can have. And then when I get the dry crackers, I go, I don't want this. Oh, my son's thrown away my cream crackers. I know they were opened, but they were in date. He's thrown away all my cream crackers. thrown away my cream. I'd have gone and got a cream cracker, Tina, but he's thrown the cream crackers away. Never mind. Yeah, you need some pom-poms for your outdoor seating, you know, to liven it up a bit, Miguel. You know, a few pom-poms either side of it, yeah. No, I can't have anything with dairy at the minute, yeah. Yeah. I can't eat the yogurt. I've got to stay away from anything for dairy until I've been, you know, okay for about 2 or 3 days, yeah. She's down in the Dung Valley, isn't she? That's where she is, Enid. You got a nice succulent arrangement. You sure it doesn't want any pom-poms? Thankfully, they've not put any cacti or cactus or whatever you want to call it in my arrangements. Yeah. Yeah. That's the one thing I do not want on my decking. Blah, pom-pom, blah, blah. That's what I feel like when you say rosy wraps. Cats. So I have to get you back by saying pom-poms. If I was able to go, you opened it. You'd be thinking, oh, it's a nice big squashy ball of wool. Bang! Pom-poms. Are you going to move to the city, or are you moving just into another part of the countryside or whatever? What do you call it, suburbs? Or we call it the suburbs. That means you're not actually in the centre of town, yeah. You're just making some pom-poms. No, I like making my own pom-poms. Enid sent it over to fly around you, Tina, yeah. Oh, it's cold in Wisconsin, isn't it? What cold? You won't get many things up there. I don't know Wisconsin. I just know everybody's always telling me they have loads of snow. Oh my God, go and rescue it quick, Miguel. He's having iced coffee with his, oh, just gone all cold, like somebody's walked over my grave. Oh. Oh, it was passed over. This is what I've been like. I've been like freezing cold and shivering. And then 2 or 3 minutes later, I'm hot again. Oh, it's been the strangest thing I've ever had. Yeah, the International Pom-Pom Protection Society. Yeah, go spill his iced coffee. It's Miguel's poured it down the back of my neck because I mentioned pom-poms. Yeah. I like cheese, but I can't have it at the minute. I have to stay completely off dairy. Luckily, I don't take milk in my coffee. I was surprised my temperature was as high as it was because I never run a high temperature. I always run a very low one. I can't find my thermometer now. Who insulted you, Miguel? Somebody will go and get them for you. Insulted by who? Oh, and MacD. What did he say, Miguel? Oh, did he insult you? Right, okay, hang on. I'll have a look what the temperature is today. .9, whatever that is in English. It only does centigrade, this stupid thermometer. It's higher than usual, my temperature's never usually 36.9. It's usually less than that. Interesting. So if anybody knows what that is in English, let me know. Oh, well, I've got 36.9, so it's more or less normal, isn't it? Oh. Hello, Trev. Hi, sweetie pie. So did you hand it back to them? I would have done, Miguel. No, it's a mouth thermometer, this one, John. Yeah. Told you off. Should have to see the manager. Way too picky, I reported. Email. Yeah. Email time. Name and shame. Hope you noticed what was on his name badge. They're all about 12 anyway that work there. Hey, it's our Trevor. Hey, honey pie. No, it wasn't Trevor who wants to see my necklace. It's Shad, and he's not on today. Yeah. He claimed he was the franchise owner. I don't care if he was the franchise owner. He's still responsible for his employees. Yeah, well, we had to wake Miguel up, so, you know, I don't know where Shad is. He's probably gone fishing. No, Miguel, don't let that go. You know what time of day it was. You know where you was, so they know what stuff they've got on. Yeah. Hi, Karen. No, don't let it go. It's not right. He doesn't get his wage to be nasty to people. He gets his wage to serve people and serve them correctly. Yeah, just write them. Head office stuff. Don't care if it's a franchise or not. Head office, yeah. No, Miguel, don't let it go lying down. You've got to make a complaint, otherwise you'll just get away with it by being nasty to somebody else, yeah. Yeah, you might get a voucher for free iced coffees. That'll pee him off, won't it? And how are you today, Trevor? Yeah. Has it been? It's been blooming windy. Yesterday especially, it nearly blew me away, and that takes some going, yeah. I don't care whether your order was simple or complicated, Miguel. It's not the point. They're supposed to fulfill your order with a smile and everything like that. Well, I would have a little word in their shell like earbuds and tell them. Yeah, just say, do you know who the manager is at so and so and such a place? And if they say, yeah, just say, well, I need to write about him because he was really, really rude and all that jazz. Yeah. Probably dropped it on the way in, Enid. I did leave you a message, Trevor, on your phone if you got it, yeah. But that was just between you and me at the minute, yeah. Yeah, you should complain. If you get bad service, you've got to complain. You know. Yeah. Most places will deal with your complaint and deal with it. No, Miguel probably toddled off and didn't say a word. Ugh. No, Trevor's on here as well, Miguel, yeah. Nobody's got you mixed up with Trev, no. Yeah. I was concerned about me, Tina. In the middle of the week when I was having my my hallucinations and my funny dreams, you know, I was beginning to think, what's going on here? What's going on? This world has gone very funny. I know, but it's still not right. They should not insult you. No. You just write and tell them how you've been a good customer of theirs for so many whatever. And you go in all the time, yeah, and all that jazz. You're not near enough to water. Oh, dear. Thank you, Breeder. It was a tiny bit worrying, you know. Hello, Shad. Look, I was wearing my jewellery just especially for you, and I said you weren't here. I'm wearing a dressing gown, but see, I had to put a necklace on because I thought if Shad comes on, the first thing he's going to say is, let me look at your necklace. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you'll have to let me know how you get on, Trevor. But at the moment, I'm not, as I was just saying on this here before earlier on, at the moment, I'm not, promoting myself at the moment because I can't get to the post office. So, so it's no point me stirring up things I can't fulfill, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, business has got to be good, hasn't it, Miguel? My business at the moment is not good, and I openly admit that it's not good. But that's my own fault because I don't promote myself at the minute because I can't get to the post office. Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm so hungry. And I can't have anything. Well, something needs to overtake Etsy. And eBay is going to stop using PayPal. So I think I'm going to give my details to some other person rather than PayPal. They've got another thing coming. I don't know this site they're going to be using, so I'm not giving them my details. They can go on, yes, so that's another one gone. Hi, McGrath. Well, Kelly's done really well with our website. But I don't know why they're stopping using PayPal. It's probably because they think they can make more money out of somebody, isn't it, by using something else, yeah? I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you, McGrath. Yeah, folksy, I don't think it's well enough known. I hope it works for you, Pickety Stitch. But it doesn't seem to be Ah, is that what it is, Trevor? Fingers in the pie again. They want 2 fingers in the pie instead of 1, yeah. Greedy guts, yeah. Why is everybody so greedy these days? All these corporations, greed, greed, greed. I got told it, to be quite honest. I haven't been reading any of my emails and stuff, yeah. It's only the payments that they're changing, Miguel, apparently. Not yet, but apparently, yeah. So that's going to, well, it's going to cut down my, because I don't sell them there. I only buy on eBay, as you know. I buy lots of things on eBay, but yeah. He went back to Amazon. I've never been on Amazon as far as selling's concerned. I don't know whether my stuff is what would sell on there. I'm very, very not naive, but dumb about these things. I don't even know how to edit a video together, for goodness sake. That's how dumb I am. I love browsing on eBay. I'll hold my hand up, but I don't think I feel like giving my details to anybody else. PayPal's got it. That's enough for me. I don't trust other sites to have my details, especially big ones, yeah. Ah, you see, it's always got to be money, and it's always got to be about money, Trevor. Every time any of these big sites do something, money. Oh, you're always confused, Miguel. It'll be a long, hard day before I go back to Etsy. Their charges are something terrible. Yeah, I've done that before. Talked a whole sentence and my fingers have been in the wrong place. It was norovirus, McGrath. Wasn't COVID or anything. It was norovirus. My eyesight's been shocking all week. I don't know whether it was this virus or what. But even with my glasses on, people were sending me text messages and I was like, couldn't see. Maybe you've got a headache, because I lose eyesight with a migraine. And I don't know whether Miguel does or not, but I can lose sight out of one eye or both eyes when I get a migraine. No, I don't have varifocals. I have enough trouble with one focal. I can't be coping. Well, I have to be careful. I have my eyes tested a lot because of being diabetic. That's one thing they have to watch. Make sure your pressures are right in your eyes, because you could get glaucoma. Oh, I get beautiful colours, Miguel, with my migraines. I get like flashy colours that come like that. Like little fingers of light flashing across. Bright, bright colours. It's viral. It's not really food poisoning, McGrath. It's viral. I've looked it up. And it's just something that can, because I was blaming it like I'd been out on the Friday. I had to go to the bank, and I started with it on the Friday night. But when I looked it up, it was it takes 24 to 48 hours, to develop. So it obviously didn't come from when I went to the bank, yeah. Oh, I couldn't afford varifocals. Well, I'm lucky in the fact I get ordinary glasses. At my time of life, I get them for free. But actress has been stabbed. Reese Witherspoon. Oh, trust you, Trev. If you can get your prescription, then you can get your glasses a lot cheaper online, but I'm not so sure if you have varifocals yet. Miguel, he's making a joke. Take your eye off the screen for a minute, Miguel, and the world goes past you. Nobody's on here with a knife. Miguel's a star, isn't he? He's a star. Yeah, I've got to. I couldn't believe it when they said I didn't have to pay. Yeah, I just can't believe it. I was like, you are? I'd have been there a lot earlier if I'd have known I could have got free glasses. I waited till I was 72 before I went and had my eyes tested. Yeah. I'm going, are you, Chris? We'll see you in a minute. We won't ask where you're going. But I desperately need something. It's got to be a crack. Oh, why did he throw me crackers away? I didn't think they were out of date. If they were, it was only by a couple of days. It depends what day it is with me, T. Yeah, Nathan's been on, Miguel. He's still around, probably. Yeah, just... no, I can see perfectly well. It's just... I can't... Things are blurry in the distance and things are blurry close too. In between, middle ground. My eyes are fine. But it's a sign of old age, isn't it? Now, the closer I get to my nose, like, the worse my eyesight goes. Oh, you people with Hobby Lobbies and God knows what else. I don't have anything. I'm going to have a piece of toast. Hang on. I'll put one in the toaster. My new clean toaster. Do you think I dare use it? Do you think they'll shout if I put crumbs on it? Whoop. Oh, Janet. Oh. 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 At least they haven't thrown the bread away. They've left me something to eat tomorrow. I went to put some toast in the toaster. That's where I went. Yeah. Trev could make your eyeglasses. He could make them stained glass, couldn't you, Trevor? You know, like nice colours on them. My eyesight was actually worse when I was at school. Couldn't see a jot in front of my face. And I had really bad eye strain. Well, of course, we did a lot of reading, which you do when you're at school, don't you? When I was at the grammar school in the higher, so, you know, it was a lot of reading. Yeah, they'd be decorative eyeglasses, wouldn't they? We see in the sky with diamonds, yeah. Yeah, my eyesight got better when I stopped working because I was working on screens all day long, staring, staring, staring at screens, and that's when I kept getting these ocular migraines and losing the vision, couldn't see the screen, half of the screen would disappear and stuff like that. So when I stopped working, like, the stress of it all had gone, hadn't it? And then B, I wasn't staring at a screen. So, so it does make a lot of difference. Oh, the toaster's gone. Oh, 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 oh. Let me see, let me see. Oh, oh, oh. La, 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 la. Oh my goodness, they have cleaned my toaster. It didn't burn the toast. The toast is lovely. Woo! Do the British say mate? Not really. I suppose they do now and again. Yeah, it depends which area you come from. It could be chuck, it could be love, it could be hen. Depends which area you're from. Mate, yeah, they might say hello, mate, but how are you doing, mate? But it's not kind of like a normal, I don't go out that much. If Nathan was still on here, he'd tell you. I used to love it in the olden days when there's a place called Fleetwood that used to be a fishing centre. And if you went, when the boats were coming in, you could buy the fresh fish straight off the boat. And I used to love buying. There used to be a little stall where they sold like the cockles and the welts and the shrimps and everything straight off the boat. They were lovely. Yeah, it's nice there, but it's not the fishing village anymore like it used to. It's airborne virus. It's a bacterial virus. Yeah, I do say that. How you doing, our kid? Yeah, that's a Salford sort of thing. That. So would our kid. It's like if I'm talking about my son, if I'm up here, I'll say our Ian. I don't say Ian. I say our Ian. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of a Salfordy type of thing, really. But the our Ian or our Brenda, our Philip, our whatever. That was what was said when I was growing up all the time in this village where I lived. You like putting ownership on something. Or it would still be, oh, our Phyllis's lad. That means it's your sister's son. Yeah. Yeah. I used to love going to Fleetwood. I used to like to watch them sailing those boats, on that great big massive lake, but it's not there anymore now. Hi, Paulette. Got a little bit of gooseberry jam on. Y'all, yeah. Oh, the paddling pool's got. I love that boating, mate. Spent hours and hours watching them sail those boats. Little old men wearing those captain's hats with the little remote controllers. No, our kids, typically, it is Salford, our kid. I've had friends before who've come up from London and stuff like that, and we've been different places, and they go, aren't your people around here so friendly, you know? People in the Manchester area and that. They always say, you're right, love. I mean, I hate these people who are so PC saying you can't say love, it's demeaning to a woman. And I'm thinking, no, I'd rather be said, you're right, love, you know, than like, you're right. Somebody stares at you like they normally do, you know? No. It's much nicer to be friendly. I hope I'm not going to forget this toast, but it doesn't half taste good. Yeah, some people say duck, some people say hen. It depends where you come from, doesn't it? Certain areas have got different pet names that they use, don't they? Chuck is another one. They don't say it as much now. They used to say it on Coronation Street, but it's not something that people of the younger generation say chuck. Coronation Street used to say chuck. You're right, chuck. Hey, that's not nice. Yeah. All right, me duck, yeah. Are you all right, chuck? Are you all right, hen? All I can think of is Hilda Ogden on Coronation Street used to always say chuck, didn't she? Put your leg in bed is one round here. That means put your arm in mine. People would hold their elbow out and say, come on, put your leg in bed. But can you imagine going up to somebody who didn't know what you were talking about and say, yeah, put your leg in bed? People in America be like, what? Put your leg in bed? What? Or clip me up. That's another one of, you know, linking. Clip me up. People don't do it now. My mum's generation, there were two women walking down the street anyway. They were always linking arms. It just was a thing that and you used to even see three women, you know, like a breast on a pavement, all linking arms. It's not something that happens. Do I mash tea? No, I brew tea if I ever brew anything. You steep tea. That means you leave it steeping. That means you leave the tea. Well, it used to be tea leaves. You leave them steeping a while to get some. I can't say that I ever really did that. In my generation, didn't do it as much. Yeah. Yeah, they say that over here as far as the crow flies. Yeah, we'll say it's about a mile back, you know, if the way the crow flies, but it'd take you about 3 hours by road. Oh, I never liked stewed tea. Ugh. Clotted cream, it's the way they treat it to make it sort of solid. You know, instead of being runny cream, it's like solid. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they always had. Well, when I grew up, you always had the kettle on the fire because you had an open fire and you had like a metal grate that swung out. And the kettle was always full of water. So if you heard anybody at the door, you would push the kettle so it went over the flames, yeah, over. And it would be boiled, you know. So you always had the kettle on the hob. No, it's not sour cream at all. No, it's just thick cream, very, very thick cream. It stands up off the spoon, like, but it's not sour. When I was young, it was always loose tea. When tea bags come on, it was like, never catch on, never catch on. My mother used to swear that the tea didn't taste the same. When we went on tea bags, don't taste the same. It's proper tea. You need proper tea. You need leaves. No, you don't throw boiled water at a stranger at the door. It's to offer them a cup of tea. And then you'd have the kettle like sitting back like that. And then if anybody came to the door, you would push the kettle onto the fire so that it would be boiling by the time you could offer them a cup of tea. No, it's not whipped. It just is thick cream, yeah. Whipped cream is full of air because you whipped it, yeah. No, you can't read the tea leaves when you use tea bags, no. Well, if you buy, it's because everybody buys blooming tea leaves, tea bags these days. You know. Yeah, clotted cream is, I suppose, it doesn't feel, it's not full of air though. It's just, always fascinates me when I watch these people with blogs and they have this special sort of tea thing, don't they? And they put these things in that look like flowers and all sorts of stuff like that. How do you get clotted cream? You buy it at the supermarket. Paper, no, decorum is missing in a lot of things, yeah. Hi, Rebecca. It's like some people just don't know manners. Yeah. Yeah, they suck the water out of the cream, yeah. I would use it on a scone or scone, whichever way you want. Put the jam on, put the cream, put the lid on. That's how I would eat it, yeah. Gossip and tea, yeah. Limited to a certain length of time only. You have to buy more than one cup if you want to sit here. I taught crochet one time, and this lovely friend of mine who had a cafe used to let me do this learn to crochet thing at his cafe. And I used to say to people, I'm not charging for your tuition, but the only stipulation is that you buy from the counter. You buy yourself some toast, a coffee, or whatever. The number of people who sat there, just sat there, and I had to keep saying, will you order something from the counter, please? Oh, I don't want a cup of tea. Oh, I don't want a coffee. I said, I don't care. I said, I am not charging you for this lesson. I said, but this young man has to make a living too. I said, you're sat on his chair ordering nothing. People were like, well, yeah, I don't want a cup of tea. Oh, hiya, Faith. Yeah, I'm not too bad, yeah. And I'm thinking, how can they be so brass-faced as to just sit there with nothing, not order anything, when he's letting us sit in his cafe for free? Oh, I used to get really cross with him. I used to say, look, if you come in next week, you're buying something, bring your purse. Otherwise, I'm going to have to start charging for the lessons. I said, well, make your mind up. I said, I'll tell you what, if I start charging for the lessons, it'll be more than your cup of tea. Yeah, people are wanting a free. I was offering free crocheting lessons. This guy was offering us a free place to sit. Huh. And they couldn't even be buying a cup of tea. No, a friend of mine, her boyfriend's got a drone. I'd be scared it would fall down and go into somewhere I couldn't get it. I like watching pictures of a drone, especially if it's going around somewhere near my house, and to see my sort of area from above. That's really, really interesting. Hey, Miguel. I know how to speak up for myself. Your little man at McDonald's would have known I'd been in. A drone? No, it's like an electrified camera thing that flies. It's like a sort of about that big. And you put it up in the air with remote control. And it flies up above everything and takes photos, yeah. I'd always be scared I'd lose it because they're not cheap. I'd be scared it would fall in the, wherever, and I couldn't get it, yeah. Yeah, I am a drone, Trevor. It's interesting if you can afford to lose one. I mean, a friend of mine, or her boyfriend or husband, whatever, he lost his first drone. Yeah, the drone's just for fun, isn't it? I mean, some people, well, if the drone falls in the lake, that's what I mean. That's what probably would happen to mine. Be done for. I mean, they can be dangerous. I mean, they shut London airport once because they spotted a drone flying around. It could be dangerous to aircraft and that, yeah. I mean, they're okay. People use them properly and just look around in the countryside where they're nowhere near anybody playing or anything. But if they fall down and you can't find them, that's what it is. You have to be able to afford them, because you tend to lose them every now and again. My friend's husband, I think, lost his first one. Yeah. And he was flying it the other day on one of the older, bod squads that I watched, yeah. Most of us can drone on and on, Miguel, let's face it, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you can afford to lose one or you're not flying it over kind of, but I mean, say it dropped down in the middle of your pasture and a cow trod on it, that'd be the end of your drone, yeah. Yeah, there's all kinds of things that you've got to be aware of with a drone. You can't fly if you fly them over the sea or something like that. Yeah, you don't know it's going to come back, do you? You might get a left fault in your whatever, or you give it the wrong signal and it disappears, yeah. It falls in the lake. What if it went to the bottom? I mean, I'm not sure they'd work again if you dried it out. Yeah, I mean, they can either be like a business type of things, but no, Faith, I have me down days, but I'm not getting sad with the isolation. Don't forget, I live on my own and I'm isolated about 90% of the time anyway. Self-isolation, yeah. But no, I won't say it's not getting me down, no. No, they wouldn't be waterproofed, no. Well, yeah, they need to be checked on, don't they? They need to know who's got one. You know, you don't want anybody willy-nilly flying over your house, spying on what you got one and all that. Yeah. Touch wood, my leg is almost healed, except when it itches and I scratch it and then it bleeds again. But apart from that, it's almost, yeah. I was watching it was actually a not a documentary. What do you call them? Drama. And they were using a drone supposedly to take prescriptions to people. It wouldn't go that far, Miguel. Thank goodness. And they were delivering prescriptions or something by drone. I mean, you know, can you imagine? They weren't going to drop it, are you? They'd have to warn you it was on its way, wouldn't they? You can't just go plunk and it could fall anywhere in your garden. It could be dangerous drugs or something. What was wrong with my leg? I dropped a basket on it in the supermarket and it cut my leg very, very badly. And it took forever to heal because I'm diabetic. So that's what was wrong with my leg, basically. I thought it had gone in an ulcer, but I don't think it did. I think it was just bad. I think it just didn't heal. But I couldn't make my mind up. I needed a drone to look at my leg, didn't I? Yeah. Every time I tried to take a photograph it with the camera or with my phone, my leg was at the wrong angle or the light wasn't right. Yeah, I couldn't get a decent photograph of it. So I have no idea. It's gone mostly anyway. But the skin above it is so paper thin. I've only got to scratch a little bit and it's off again. So I walk around with a tube of antiseptic. Yeah. Yeah, it is flat in certain areas in this country. Not flat where I am, it's bloody hilly. Well, if you just go a bit out of town, it's very hilly because I've got the Pennines. That's why we've got so much rain, because I'm too close to the Pennines. Yorkshire's on one side of the Pennines, Lancashire's on the other. But we both get flipping rain. Manny Sue was saying she's had really high winds in Scotland. Nearly blew her away. Oh, God. Maybe I would remember. Maybe I wouldn't. But there are other people other than me on here from the UK, so you might be able to chance asking. I might know and I might not know. So much happens over here in the UK. Anything is possible. Oh, the Lake District. Have you seen on the news how many stupid people have gone up to the Lake District? They're practically bumper to bumper with the cars. There's more people up there than there usually is. That's not self-isolating, is it, and keeping your distance? It's being stupid. Yes, it's very nice to go out for a drive, but don't go where the world and his cat's gone. You know, pick a nice little quiet spot somewhere that people don't know as well. Go and sit there for a bit with your butties. My dad used to take us up to... Oh, that's a long time ago, Miguel, yeah. And he did break in, yeah. Yeah. She spoke to him, obviously, and called the security, and he got arrested. But he had mental problems, yeah. But they stepped up the security that he'd actually I don't think she was sat in bed, but I think she was in her bedroom. Yeah, it did happen. It's a long time ago, though. But he wasn't in his right mind. But there was a lot of questions asked because he shouldn't have been able to get that close to her. He didn't mean any harm or anything like that. He was just a bit deranged. Yeah. Oh, it did happen. I don't know. This is what they were saying. They had to step up the security a lot. She doesn't have guards outside her bedroom door, does she? I can't remember his name. It might have been Michael Fagan. But he wasn't all there, was he? He had mental issues, yeah. You know. Maybe he was like Sean O'Connor. What was he called? Not Sean O'Connor. Yeah. James Bond. Yeah, it could have been Michael Fagan. I can't really remember his name. But it did happen, yeah. It was a major breach of security. It's a long time ago, Miguel. It's not recent. Many, many, many years ago. But they stepped up security a lot since then. I mean, somebody else made it into the Buckingham Palace a long time before that, but he didn't actually get to the Queen's bedroom. But they did find him inside the palace. I mean, it's got to happen, hasn't it? There's always got to be somebody who's one step ahead. But I mean, the palace is so big. How can you step up? You can't have security cameras on every doorway, every move, every corridor. There's hundreds of bedrooms in the place. It cost a fortune to have, you know, those kind of cameras. I'm sure you have, Trev. Did you have to curtsy? Hmm. Oh, the window was open. Yeah, but he still should never have been in the grounds at all. Yeah, he should never have got that far, should he? I mean, people have got into the grounds before. That's happened quite a few times. Yeah, yeah. 1982, Miguel, Michael Fagan. So that's how long ago it was that somebody broke into the Queen's bedroom. I don't think anybody's been since. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot more security. The poor Queen, she's stuck up in one of the palaces now, isn't she? I can't remember where she is. She'll be there now until forever, till they let her out again. She might be 85 before they let her out again. Yeah. 95, I mean, sorry, not 85. No, no, no. 1982, that's a long time ago. Yeah, it was in the newspaper, but like I say, it was such a long time ago. I'd forgotten about it until you mentioned it, Miguel. I thought, yeah, it is true that, but it's a long, long time ago. Yeah, well, there's been a few attempts at that. Somebody tried to kidnap, was it Princess Anne? Or was it Princess Margaret? I think it was Princess Anne. Somebody tried to kidnap her out of the car on the mole. Yeah, time does fly, yeah. But she had a bodyguard with her, I think. I think it might have been Princess Anne. Don't know how he got in the car, but... Oh, I was watching a programme. Funny you say that, Miguel. I was watching a programme like the other day about people who've brought etiquette, you know, in front of the... I mean, one of them, of course, was President Trump, who stepped all over her and walked in front of her and nearly trod on her. And then another one was Ronald Reagan. He put his hand in the small of her back. We're not allowed to touch the Queen. It's like, oh, what happened there? Yeah. And then I forget what some other actor kissed the Queen Mother on the lips, and she said, "Oh, nobody's done that since my husband died." No, but I'm talking about protocol as well, McGrath. It was protocol long before COVID. You don't shake royals' hands unless they offer their hand out to you. You don't touch them, you don't grab them, no, you're not allowed to touch them. Yeah, I know that's another. Obviously, she didn't read the briefing. Yeah, Ronald Reagan put his hand around her waist to steer her somewhere and patted her back or something. The look she gave Trump, I think she would have liked to have him executed on the bloody spot. Yeah. The rumour is she said, "Oh, thank God that nasty man's gone." Yeah, I know it happened. Well, it's quite a long. Before she was married, long before Princess Anne was married. But yeah, he tried to drag her out of the car, didn't he? Or he did drag her out of the car. She was quite nonplussed about it, Princess Anne. She said, "I'm not letting that worry me." Yeah, I think it's the shots when they were trooping the colour. I think they were trying to frighten the horses, weren't they? Wasn't the horse killed once or somewhere? Well, or did it just collapse? Yeah. Or you can't walk in front of the Queen. Whoa. I think there was a big gasp in the nation when Trump did that. We all went, yeah. And he just carried on. And I wouldn't mind, but he moved and he kind of blocked her again. And I'm thinking, you big oaf, shift. Yeah. Oh, hi, Lisa. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't the fact that it was the Queen. Would you do that to any 90-odd-year-old woman? Step in front of her and block her? And you should have waited for her after you, Mum, you know. That's the thing to do with a lady, isn't it? Offers whoever it is. Yes, she's very tiny, isn't she, the Queen? I've not met her. I have seen her when I was be about 1953 or 54 when she was doing a tour after the coronation. She is ever so diddy here. Teeny weeny. And now she's even smaller. She's bending over now, isn't she? I mean, I've lost, about 2 inches since I was younger. Yeah, I gasped. I couldn't believe my eyes. Yeah, couldn't believe my eyes when he did that. I was like, you could feel the nation go, somebody tell him. Oh, Philip, oh God. His comments, sometimes he gets himself into, I think that's why they've retired him, yeah. Yeah. He was knighted, of course, Miguel. Commander of the Royal Empire. Of course, that's how he met her. Oh, dear. Did she knight you on both shoulders with the sword, or did she cut your head off? Oh, dear. I'd probably bend to curtsy and fall over or something. You were knighted to Narrabottrem. I didn't like to tell you, but I'm Dame Janet. Oh, Philip's. He's always been a bit too unspoken. He just puts his foot in it. Let's just face it. Yeah. He said some very weird things in his lifetime and some very racist things in his lifetime, which he's got away with because it's him, because they all sort of, losing it. Yeah. I mean, he's obviously lost the plot a bit now. I'm glad they took his driver's license away. She gave me the garter, yeah. Yeah. You'd be so nervous bowed in front of her holding a sword. I don't think she does many now, actually, Miguel. I think she leaves it all to Charlie boy, yeah. Why not go first? You don't walk in front of a lady. That's not etiquette. That's really bad manners. Blocking her. You just blocked her completely. Oh, no, be. I shall never, ever make it to the palace. I don't know, John. I've never bought a drone. I don't know how much expensive they are. Oh, he wants to catch the virus first, if that's what he wants. I don't know. He never goes anywhere anyway. Yes, Sir Trev, Knight of the Garter. He uses his garter to hold his socks up. Oh, you wanted the tiara, did you, instead? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's always been a bit of a loose cannon, hasn't he, Philip? Yeah. Lots of rumours flown about throughout his marriage. None of them proven, you know. Well, I could have worn my tiara if ever I get a knighthood. Not that I would, I'm a lady. You just get a Dame of the British Empire, don't you? That's what it's an OBE. I'm insulting your religion. What religion's that? Trevor wears, I don't know whether he wears socks or not. He might just wear boat shoes, because you don't wear socks with boat shoes. You just wear them canvassy things, don't you? No religion, no politics. No, I've got no politics, yeah. Yeah, so they say he was cheating on the Queen, but I mean, luckily back in the day, the newspapers didn't report every tittle tattle like they do now. They sort of had an unwritten rule, I would presume, that you just kept things like that about the royalty out of the papers. I mean, Princess Margaret seemed to be fair game, but you didn't really speak about the Queen. You know, you didn't write, oh, the Queen did this or the Queen did that. I think the papers have more sense that they might get sued or something like that. I mean, they seem to think... No, my son did not spot the dollhouse because I covered it up. Oh, yeah, Margaret was a well and truly... Yeah, it's gutter press now, isn't it? They only sell papers for all the dirt they can dig up on people. You know, if they can't find a story, they'll go and find one, or they'll go and try and dig one up. And the number of times they have to apologise and pay money back, because it's all been a load of what's it. And then, of course, they did all that great scandal. They did all the phone tapping and everything like that. No, I mean, if you were a celebrity shooting your mouth off, then, you know, you were fair game, but... Oh, the monarchy, you can find online, like the, you know, the monarchy tree, you know. I get confused with all the branches of it lower down, yeah. I know the main ones, obviously, but when you start getting... I'm not like an anarchist. I do like the monarchy, but I don't think that everybody who has some vague connection with the royal family should get paid. I've got to find somewhere of putting my flowers now on my decking. My idea was to use invisible Yeah, he did, didn't he? That took the pressure off him, didn't it? My goodness, did it ever, Trevor? Yeah. Oh, good night, Margaret. Good night. Yeah. Oh, everybody in the royal family has connections. Let's say, Miguel. It doesn't mean they're first cousins. Well, yeah, he was accused of it, Prince Andrew. Yeah. He's never going to admit to anything, is he? He knew what was going on. I'm not saying he did it, but I'm just saying he knew what was going on. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's in some places here you kind of get around it. Yeah, it's going back. Our sort of like monarchy is sort of kind of, how can I put it, interrelated. Even with sworn testimony and photographic evidence, that's not allowable in court unless he makes a statement, and he's not going to, is he? Not going to. It's all hearsay. Yeah, the Queen's husband is Greek, yeah. Or part of Greek, yeah. Genealogy. Or gynecology is when you're looking up a lady's bits, yeah, when she's having a baby. Genealogy is your bloodline and your whatever. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they're haemophiliac now. They were in the past, a lot of them were haemophiliac, yeah. That's what I was saying about the flower wall. I was thinking of using like invisible thread and stringing them downwards so that they blew in the wind and putting them on that tall, grey wall that I have at one end of the decking. It's like a tall piece of fencing. That's what I was thinking of doing. But of course, I haven't been in the frame of mind to do it. I think I've got some of that. It's like sort of fishing wire. That's what I was thinking of doing. And then when it gets to the winter, if it's only fastened like at the top and bottom, I just have to take those wires down and, bring them in, for the, bring them in for the winter. And I could wash them or something like that and put them back out in the spring. That's what I was thinking of, rather than leave them out in the snow and different, the really bad weather. That was my thoughts. But I'll wait while my son's finished faffing about on the decking before I do that. I'll be saying, who's put that there? Who's put that there? Yeah. England used to be French speaking. I don't know about French speaking. There's certainly been a lot of languages spoken in England. Probably Roman is probably, I would have said more of it than French. I would have said more Roman. Or we've had the Vikings came over, of course, yeah. They didn't speak French. I can't say that I know that we used to speak French. Yeah. No, we could have spoke Viking, like I say. I don't think we've ever spoke French. Oh, they're probably the affected upper class who thought it was rather chic or whatever to speak in French, yeah. And stuff. They were probably taught like that so that people wouldn't understand, for the normal people wouldn't understand them. It wasn't a normality. I don't think they've ever been French over here. As I say, Roman, yeah, Roman had a lot of influence on our speaking, our words for plants, you know, words for things in the medical profession, you know, these herbalists and people like that, yeah. A lot of languages come from Latin, yeah. You can still send me crochet flowers. I'm still going to be putting them on. You know, down. I think French words got appropriated much later than that. I don't think it comes from the past. Now, I think if you said Viking words and if you said Roman words, I would agree with you, but French, I'm not too sure about that one. My heritage is supposed to be French, yeah. Okay, Jane. I've not heard that one before, I must admit. I did history at school. I've not heard that one. Not heard that we ever spoke French, as a rule. I'm not saying the way affected noblemen might take it, yeah. Home is Indian and bungalow is an Indian word. Yeah. We've got all sorts of... Well, I mean, they brought a lot of words back when we were out in India. Oh, they might have originated in Anjou in France, but I don't think they would have. A lot of French kings and queens marry into the royals, also Spanish ones did. Yeah. I mean, we gained a lot of language, didn't we, from the empire, from India, from everything like that. You know, that's why no, Indian as in India, from India. Not Indian as in natural born Indians. I'm talking about Indians from proper India. There was so many generations of people brought up in India because of the situations of the armies out there and things like that, that they brought a lot of customs. They brought a lot of language back with them. They brought, you know, like things like kedgeree and even, I suppose, a wee bit of curry they brought back with them. You know, like they used to have the tea. The Punkah Wallah used to be there with his tea, you know. I think that's where they brought a lot of tea back, was from India, yeah. India was, I think they're independent now. I think I've lost track of who's independent now. I mean, going way back, there was lots of colonies, you know, and India was one of them. We used to have a lot in the West Indies. It used to be everywhere was all English colonies. But now the world's changed. Everybody's independent now, aren't they? I've got an Indian friend. He's a Sikh, and he sends me pictures back when he goes. Oh, Miguel, it's a nightmare. Like 100 people hanging on the top of a bus, and the bus is like hanging over like that. You know. Well, God, that's a long, long time back, isn't it? No wonder I can't remember. Teresa. It might have been the official language, but I bet the peasants didn't speak it. Yeah. Yeah, I watched a program about the Silk Roads and the spice and how, you know, the spice track, like you said, the Silk Roads, how they brought the silk in and they brought the spices, didn't they? I mean, tea, when it first came in, was such a precious one. They used to have locks on the tea caddies. Yeah. Yeah. They used to deal it out with a little teaspoon and they used to lock it up again so the servants wouldn't get at it. That's how tea was so precious back then. Yeah. People drank ale, didn't they? With their meals. And exactly, it was so expensive, yeah. Oh yeah, Old English, the English, like the way that Shakespeare used to write everything. You know, if you read old poems and old things like that, you can't really understand them because they've got F's that are S's and stuff. Oh yeah. You'd be pilloried. You'd either be dunked in the river, Enid, as a witch, or you'd have things thrown at you. You'd be called a bawdy wench. Oh, good night, crazy Poppy. Good night. You would have been branded as a witch. Everybody that was a little bit odd was a witch. Everybody that spoke out like that was a witch. So they would have dunked you in the river to see if you drowned. If you drowned, then you weren't a witch or something. But if you kept coming up for air, then they still would drown you. Yeah, Old English writing. If you read the poems, the way they're written, you can't read them. You have to have a translation. You can't read the poems. Yeah, you know. I wouldn't have liked to live back then. No toilets, hardly any baths. Everybody must have stunk to high heaven. They must have had mice and all sorts living in them wigs. And if they didn't have wigs on, they're probably full of lice, weren't they? And fleas and oh no. I think the poor farmers and stuff like that were probably the cleanest people because they had rivers and stuff they could go and wash in. But oh God. Mm. You don't get a chance to swim away, Enid. You get tied to your plank before they dunk you. Yeah, they used to waft things underneath their noses, didn't they? To like when stuff like that. Oh, they wouldn't know what the middle finger was anyway. No. Oh, no deodorant, nothing like that. Give over. When I was a child, there wasn't deodorant, Miguel. Yeah. No, deodorant came out when I was a kiddie or something. The time I was a teenager, there was deodorant, but there wasn't when I was a child. Not such thing. People used talcum powder. Had a good wash and used a bit of talc. Yeah, scented powder. You used to use talcum powder because we didn't know no different back then than there was any sort of whatever it is that's in it, lead or something. Yeah, you used to talcum powder your babies and put the blinking nappies back on. I mean, now they're, oh, don't do that. Oh, you could have been burnt at the stake, yeah. That was another one for witches as well. It must have been a terrible time if you were poor back then. I mean, people say they're poor now. Huh. Go back then, they really were poor. They definitely didn't have anything to eat. And I don't mean just for a day. I could mean for a week or a fortnight, yeah. You just reminded me I had never lit my incense. It's a bit late now. Well, what they used to do was go to the toilet in the chamber pot, open the window and throw it out. So if anybody was walking underneath, they got covered in whatever was in the chamber pot, yeah. That's great, isn't it? Oh, they used to, well, yeah, they used to just stand round and, oh, there used to be the stocks, didn't they, where they used to put the heads in the stocks and, they used to throw rotten vegetables and stuff at them while they were in the stocks. But the people would have had no money to buy them, Jean, that's the thing. think, oh gosh, barbaric times. Yeah, I'm glad we don't have any of that. Oh yeah, Sweeney Todd the barber with his meat pies, yeah. Yeah, turn your face to the wall, my darling, while the gentlemen go by. Yeah, it wasn't gentlemen at all, it was the people collecting the dead. Yeah. All right, Rebecca, I'll see you later. I stayed on longer than I thought I would, actually. I've done well. So I am going to go to bed in a minute, yeah. Oh, no, you don't want to do that. That's too quick. The crowd needs their money's worth. He's got to be tormented and baited, and that was their sport back in the days. It's like people doing dog fights now and hen fights, and it's just the same. Yeah, they used to do bloodletting as well, didn't they, Trevor? And take teeth out, the barbers. Honestly, the things, that's why they don't, yeah, you say red and white pole. The red and white pole indicated it was like bloodletting or whatever you want to say. It was all to do with shaving and stuff, yeah. Yeah, they were a paradox because when you think they gave us central heating way back then, they give us clean toilets way back then. They were an underfloor central heating. They were absolutely well before their time. Yeah, well before their time. Yeah, didn't they used to take teeth out as well? Or am I dreaming that bit, Trevor? Yeah, they used to have running water, baths, they had saunas, underfloor central heating. You think how long ago the Romans are? They were so civilized. Yeah, yeah. You're overwhelmed, what with all the talk of well, what we've been talking about the times with all the old people. I mean, this is the difference, I think, between a country like the UK and one of the more modern countries, is because they don't have this background for however bad it is or whatever. You don't have that background to go back on, your history or something like that. No MRI. You didn't even have you had a sawbones, as they used to call them. You didn't even have a doctor. Yeah. Yeah, Caesarean was, Caesar apparently was born that way. So the rumour says. I don't know whether that's actually a fact or not. Caesar was born by Caesarean section. So that's why it was called that. Hmm. Oh, God, yeah. Everybody carried little boxes of snuff. Even when I was a kid, little old men used to put snuff up their nose and sneeze everywhere. And I used to think, oh, God, that is so unhygienic. So I can remember, old men having snuff boxes. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Trevor. They would indeed. Yeah, when you think about all this, I mean, they've never proved quite who Jack the Ripper ever was. Yeah. You cannot say for all certainty that we know who Jack the Ripper was because nobody does. There's theories, there's rumours, and everything like that. Oh, yeah, they didn't just have one job. I mean, a blacksmith couldn't wait all day for a horse to go past, could he? He's got to do other things as well. The snuff, it's kind of some kind of a tobacco. When you sniff it up your nose, it makes you sneeze. It's not the tobacco that you smoke, it's kind of like a dust stuff, like a pepper dust, but I think it's made of tobacco. Not really all that. Was it spices? I'm not really all that up with stuff like that. But I know lots and lots of old men when I was a kid. Looks much bigger than those boxes, much bigger than that. Because I suppose stuff was expensive, so you only had a little pinch of it at a time, yeah. I used to love the smell of tobacco that they had in the pouches that they used to smoke pipes. I loved the smell of that. Backy, they used to call it. Where's me backy? Yeah. They used to chew tobacco over here, but not perhaps as much as the Americans did. My granddad used to smoke a pipe. I missed it when he died because nobody else in the family smoked, well, only him. The smell of that, St. Bruno, was it? There's another one that used to smell really, really nice. There's St. Bruno and another one. And I only had to smell that and it used to take me immediately back to my granddad, yeah. And my granddad died when I was quite small. But it's amazing that I can remember that the smell of the tobacco reminds me of my granddad. Yeah, do you watch those videos of those mudlarkers from the Thames? There's a girl who has videos on YouTube. I can't think of her name now. And she does mudlarking on the Thames. I used to like the TV programme when they used to do that, walk out and find all these things, yeah. Yeah, my granddad's on both sides, I think, smoked a pipe. I think that was the way it was, yeah. Old Alban, that could be one of them, yeah. Pipe tobacco has such a distinctive smell to it. It's much nicer than cigars. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember what she's called now. I know I get a YouTube, what do we call it? Golden Virginia, I think that was the one, yeah. I know I get her updates. They're in my email box. But it's mudlarking with such thing. It's a lady, a girl or whatever, that does it. And she puts videos out almost every week that she does with this mudlarking. I used to watch that TV programme on the mudlarks, yeah. My uncle used to smoke a pipe as well. I couldn't stand him, but I loved. If he left his pouch, on the table, when I was little, I'd be about 7. I'd go over him. Yeah. Was it Golden Virginia? I know it was St. Bruno was pipe tobacco, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, there was being a green wrapper thing, didn't it, with a gold on it, yeah. Yeah, I used to love to smell that. As I say, if he left it on the table and disappeared, say he went to the toilet and left his backy on the table, I went like a junkie. I like the smell of some cigars, but I don't like them all. It's probably the expensive ones I probably like, yeah. It depends, Miguel. You're not allowed to sell lots of things that you find on the Thames. You just have to report it. Oh, they're still putting all sorts up the flipping noses, John, aren't they? But it's not the same, it's not snuff. Yeah. That's why they've got no bits in between them. I mean, my nose is collapsing there, but it's nothing to do with drugs. Oh, it could have been condo. That sounds familiar as well. I mean, my nose all down that side there, you can see the big groove in it there. It's collapsed again. They had to put a new piece of bone in my nose there because I've had it broken 3 times. Now, that side's not bad. It's not got one, but this side is definitely caving in again. But I'm not going. I'm not going back. I'm not having that operation again. They are not sticking bits of bone up my nose again. No. I can still breathe through it, and I'm not one of these fancy ladies who likes to have the shape of their nose altered. because I didn't have my nose job, as you can tell. Didn't have my nose job for aesthetic or cosmetic reasons. I had it done because I couldn't breathe, because that side had collapsed completely. So, but obviously after all these years of having the up done, it's gone again, and it's gone collapsed in again. Not a cigar so much as a cigarillo. They're like a halfway, aren't they, between a cigar and a... Cigars used to overface them, there'd be too much of them. Yeah. I heard your name, Pink Pumpkin, on, what was it called? Little Drops of Wonderful by Ali. She called your name out because somebody had nominated you. Unfortunately, you didn't win, but you got nominated, yeah? Yeah. No, mine, they were bigger than those little cigarillos are like a cigarette, aren't they? They're about the size and thickness maybe of a pen. You know, like that kind of thickness, about that long. He didn't smoke them all the time, my ex-husband. He just used to treat himself to one every now and again, because he stopped smoking cigarettes a long, long time before. Cuban cigars. Have I still got my email up? I could try and tell you the name of that. Yep, hang on. Let me see if I can find it. See if I can find the woman. I know she sent me an email today. Oh, my email is so slow. Come on, come on, come on, come on. What's she called? I'll find her, I'll find her. Gosh, I didn't think it was that far back. Come on. It's not showing me anything, this. You're being stupid now. Come on. Somebody would look. No, it's more than that. Hang on, let me see if I can find it through doing a search. White. And it's called, yeah, Nicola White Mudlark, she's called, yeah. I think everything's stopped. That's who you've got to look for. Is Nicola White, yeah. Yeah, when I heard your name being mentioned, Ruthie, I thought, oh, she's won something. And I thought, but then it was just, no, you'd been nominated. And when they went through and picked 4 winners out, sadly, you weren't the winner. Hey ho, it's nice to be nominated, isn't it, Ruthie? Yeah. Yeah, she was recommended to me by a friend who does a bit of amateur mudlarking, but only in the rivers and the streams up here. You know, she doesn't like going anywhere major. You have to get permission, don't you, to go to different places. So she keeps applying for permission to go and look through. What was you nominated for? She was doing, well, you had to nominate a friend for one of her letters or a little crochet heart or something of such or other. And you had to say why you thought they needed to be nominated. And somebody nominated you. And I thought, oh, she's won. And then when I listened more, she was reading like loads and loads and loads and loads of names out. I'm thinking, surely she can't be sending letters out and crocheted hearts to everybody. And then when it got down to it, she was only actually sending 4 out, and sadly you weren't one of them. Well, at least you got nominated. I didn't. Nobody nominated me for a little drop of wonderful. So, oh, it's gone past midnight. It's past this little Cinderella's bedtime here. Yeah, I think it's time. I'm not actually tired at the minute, but I think it's time I went and had a try to go to sleep, because, you know, I'm supposed to be doing things tomorrow if I feel up to them. Yeah. Right, thank you, Tina. Yeah, I think it's time for me to say farewell to everybody. I've done really well. I thought I'd be on for about an hour, and I've done almost 3, so I've done really well. Much better than I thought I would do. Especially when 10 minutes before the live started, I was like in the little girl's room, yeah. So I'll say good night, Tina. I'll say good night. Well, who else is it? John Boy. Say good night to everybody. And hopefully I'm back, yeah. So I'll be making videos, hopefully, although I've got nothing to show unless I actually finish off my cardigan. At least I could show you that bit, couldn't I? But we shall see. Yeah. Yeah, right. Thanks, Trevor. I've got something I need to discuss with you, love. Yeah. Nothing that way inclined before y'all starting the rumours. No. I'm picking his brain business-wise. Yeah. Because I need a bit of help. God knows I need a bit of help. They say love's a trier, so let's hope God loves me, because I'm certainly trying. Certainly trying. Right, everybody, thanks very much for your company. You've brightened me up just having a chat. It's been nice, very, very nice. And I would have just sat there and gone to sleep if I hadn't to come on here. So it's nice of everybody keeping me company. And I should be fine now, hopefully. Little hiccup this afternoon, but apart from that, I should be fine. So I will speak to you all very, very soon. So bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for your company. Bye, everybody.